Hey everybody, Evan Scoresby here, and it is Friday morning, 8 a.m., and why do I have a big smile on my face? Because I'm about to walk in to one of my last Friday morning meetings that I will ever have at my job. That's right. Today, I am putting in my 2-week notice at this job that I've been at for the last 5 years, where for the last 4 years, it's been a job where I haven't liked. It hasn't been a good environment for me, and I've been striving persistently trying to get out of this job as quickly, as fast as I can. And finally, I am in a position to do that. And today, I am putting in my 2-week notice. And I'm just going to make little clips between here and now, between then and when I do quit. I'm just going to splice them all together so you can see kind of what's going to be happening in the next 2 weeks. So with that being said, I better get in there because, I don't want to be late, right? Got to punch that time clock. So just want to share that with you. I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks. See you next time. Hey everybody, I'm back. I just got done with my Friday morning meeting at work. I'm actually on my way back home, so I actually go in later today for my regular shift. So every Friday morning we go in and have the meeting from 8 to 10, so 2-hour meeting every Friday. And it was actually a pleasant experience today. I don't know, I know what it was, because I knew that it was one of my last Friday morning meetings that I'm going to have to be at. I didn't give my notice yet, just because it just wasn't the right time. But I plan on doing that today, if at the very latest tomorrow, but most likely today. And it just fills me with extreme joy that I cannot explain that the countdown has begun, where I can be home, be free. I don't have to report to a meeting every Friday morning. I could sleep in if I want to. I could go golfing. Not to ask when to go to the bathroom, when to take my lunch, when to clock in, when to clock out. And I don't have to worry about being late or getting back on time. If I want to take an extra 5-minute lunch, hell, I can do that. So I'm just really excited for what's coming, and excited that 2 weeks from now, I will be a free man. That's why I'm calling today Fantastic Freedom Friday, because today marks the first day where I am going to cut that ball and chain known as the J.O.B, and I'm going to do my own thing, working from home, sitting down on my computer, writing blogs, telling other people about it, and getting paid for it. Who does that? I do. And apparently over 126,000 other people do as well. So it's pretty awesome. I'm super, super excited. Just want to share this quick little clip as part of my countdown to getting rid of the J.O.B. 2 weeks! I'm almost there. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's still Friday. I just wanted to quickly give you an update. I did officially put in my 2-week notice today, and I did tendered my resignation, and it was liberating. It felt so fantastic, and just felt good. So 2 weeks, it is official. I will be done with my job in 2 weeks, and good thing, because I'm actually supposed to be at the job right now, but I get a text message from my wife that says, "Meet me at urgent care." I don't know if you've ever gotten a message like that before with no other details, and then you try to get a hold of her and you can't. And all it says is, "Meet me at urgent care." So I actually dropped everything at work. I got in my truck and ran down here to urgent care to see what was going on. And I felt guilty for leaving work to take care of my family. I shouldn't have to feel guilty. You know, that's just another reason. You know, one of the top reasons why it's finally time to be done with the job is for my family. I want to be home to take care of them. You know, in case something like this happens. And when I got here, my wife was just saying, my little boy, I guess he was being a monkey on the bed. He was jumping from a stool to his bed and lost balance or something, and he hit his head on the bed frame, and it made a big cut in his eye, and blood was everywhere. And my wife just kept telling me, Joshua just kept calling out for his daddy. I want daddy, I want daddy, I want daddy. And I wasn't there. So number one on my list, family. That's why I'm working from home full time. That's why I'm quitting my full-time job. And so I can be there 24/7, just in case something like this happens. So everything's under control. Urgent care is taken care of. They're waiting to see the doctor. And it's 7 p.m. at night. I have one more hour left to go in my shift, so I'm going back to work. But not for long. See you on the next video. Hi, it's 7 again. It's still Friday night, 11 p.m. Just settling down for the night. And I wanted to quickly tell you about my experience when I gave my 2-week notice today at work. So I brought my manager aside and I just basically said, I just wanted to officially give you notice that I am putting in my 2-week notice today. So my last day will be working is June 14th, 2013. And I could tell just from the reaction, or not the reaction from my manager, that she was actually somewhat happy to see me go. And I wasn't surprised by it because this manager has been basically trying to work me out of the system for a few months. I personally think that she felt it was easier to get rid of me than try to develop me, because my job was in a really strict sales environment and with certain expectations and requirements and things that needed to be done on a daily consistent basis and to hit sales numbers and things like that. And a couple months ago they changed things up a bit that was not in my favor. It didn't it was against some of my strong points. And so for the last couple months I've really struggled to meet my numbers, to meet sales, and just the pressure and stress and just everything about the corporate world was just too much. And so my wife and I have decided that it was time to close this chapter in our life and to start a new one. And so in no way was my decision to quit related to my performance there. This is something that we had decided a few weeks ago. It's been a long time coming, but just the fact that, you know, I just couldn't work for a manager who I knew wanted to get rid of me. And that was one of the biggest deciding factors. The other deciding factor is that I've been going through this book called The Secret of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And the whole book talks about the difference between how poor people think versus how rich people think. And there's a chapter in there that talks about how rich people surround themselves with positive people, positive atmospheres, everything positive, and looking for opportunities and everything, right? Where poor people, it's just the opposite. They're always in a negative situation or feeding a negative situation. And my environment at my job was just that. I have been, if you know anything about the home-based business, that working from home does definitely take a different mindset. You have to be positive, you have to be motivated, you have to be disciplined. And it's so easy to let negativity in that will destroy your positiveness, everything that you've worked for. And I had tried so hard to remain positive at my job that it was a constant battle 24/7 while I was there. And I gave into that a little bit because, I didn't like my job. And I fed that negativity. And, the people surrounding me are negative, don't want to be there, complain, blame. I did my fair share. I'll admit that. But in this book it talks about how you need to remove yourself from negative situations. If you can't change the situation to get maybe other people that you're surrounding on board with your new direction and new way of thinking, if they're not willing to change, you need to remove yourself from negative situations. You need to get rid of negativity out of your life completely and wholly, because that is the number one reason that will hold you back. So I am uprooting myself. I'm getting out of that negative environment where I can focus fully on a positive mindset, have it nurtured and surrounded by people who are like-minded, like I am on the people that I follow in Empower Network. And my wife is on board, which is highly, highly important. If not, wouldn't be happening. And it's just super important to get all the negativity out of your life. Until then, it's going to be very difficult to move forward. And so I am ecstatic that 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now, that negativity will be out of my life forever. And it is a fantastic feeling. So this ends day number 1 for the last 2 weeks of me working at the J.O.B. See you next time.